everybody, and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. This was a very, very unusual month for me, and I'm here to show you my completed pages, to show you what I did complete, but this was really a record low for me in regards to the number of completed pages. I completed about 17 pages this month. I think there were only 3 or 4 non-color by number books. There are 4 non-color by number pages that I did out of that. Many of you guys know, if you've stuck around with me all month, that I had an unusually busy month with work and then just a lot of weekend activities and things with the kids. And so coloring took a little bit of a seat back this month. Fortunately, I am a little bit back to somewhat of a normal schedule now. I'm still really busy, but I think I'll do a little bit better in November. But we'll see. We have Thanksgiving coming up. I have some family coming into town. Usually with work, things seem to slow down a little bit around this time of year, all the way in through the end of the year, which is nice. But that also means that things in my personal life get busier. It's my son's birthday in November. It is Thanksgiving in November. Then we have everything with Christmas and things going on. So it's just a really busy but very fun time of year. So I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to take a look at the books and the pages that I completed so that I can show them to you and get your thoughts. So let's rock and roll. Ooh, move the stack of books over here. Still a pretty large stack of books. I'm somewhat impressed with that. Also, you will not have seen my plans for November. I still am just not quite in a mental space to where I want to put and set a lot of goals for myself right now. I kind of feel like this next month is solidifying my identity, if that makes sense. It sounds a lot more dramatic than it is, but more so trying to kind of find my pace with coloring and trying to kind of figure out what I want to do, because right now my coloring bug is a little bit waxing and waning. Like, there's times I really want to do it, and then times I just feel like it's too stressful for me to handle. So just kind of playing it by ear, and I don't want to add any additional pressure to myself. So let's start with Happy Halloween, color by number, black background. This is from Color Questopia. Absolutely adore this book. I think it is so cute. It looks like I did 2 pages in here. I did this very front page. What I used for all of my pages mostly is alcohol marker base, crayons, and then some white gel pen accent details on this is what I use for this. I find Color Questopia books to be extremely relaxing to color, so usually when I am stressed, it's what I am drawn to. And then I did this page here of this kind of scarecrow guy. I mean, for something that's kind of like supposed to be cutesy Halloween, he's a little bit creepy to me, but I still really like it all in the same. So those were the 2 pages that I completed from there. Next is Autumn Patterns, black background by Color Questopia, a new release from them as well. I do really like this book. I like it's a combination of patterns and then also autumn scenes. So I use the same mediums in this book. For the background, which might be even kind of hard to tell that I did anything, it's kind of a very, very light blue, but it's a confetti crayon. So I can see up close there's some teal and purple and things kind of mixed in with the blue at times. And I like the effect that those confetti crayons give in background sometimes. So it looks like I did this one on the 11th. Large print Christmas. Since Christmas is definitely on its way, you will have seen my video before this, which is my flip and review of this book. And I did this page here. What I love that I did about this page is I changed a little bit of Santa and changed a little bit of the boy. I just made Santa with a dark skin tone. I actually didn't change it because it says you can choose any skin tone that you want, but I went for kind of a deeper tone Santa because not all Santas have light skin. And then I did the boy to be in likeness of my son. So my son has blonde hair. It called for brown hair. And my son is very, very pale like me, and so I gave him kind of a palish pink skin tone, and then I gave him a green shirt instead of a dark blue shirt because my son's favorite color is green. My son is turning 4 next month, and I think this is going to be a really, really big year for Christmas for him. He is very, very excited. He really gets and grasps the concept of Christmas now. Maybe it's a story for another time, but my son's Christmas last year he ended up crying when he came out because he was in shock that Santa and his family brought him toys and clothes and gifts, and he didn't really believe that it was going to happen. So it was really sweet to see him have that moment. Russian Dolls Color by Number, one of the newest releases by Prachi, Dewan, Sachdeva, and I did this page. This is just in alcohol markers with my Towel Tree kind of skinny alcohol markers. I love how this turned out. I love the non-traditional colors that kind of are through here. Prachi really, her style is very heavily patterned, so you'll see even in this book too, it's very heavy on the kind of pattern themed. I love the little nesting doll idea. I had a Russian doll as a kid that was gifted to be by my aunt and uncle, and it just reminds me of that doll, and I really love it. This is very like Dia de los Muertos kind of vibes, and something very different, and I do really like it. Really nice book. The ever so polarizing Papercut Art Halloween by Sachin, Sachdeva. Lots of people with various opinions about this book. You can go and watch my flip and review to kind of see my full opinion about the book as well. I know that there is going to be a Papercut Christmas coming out that Sachin has hinted in a different book. I think it's in a stained glass Christmas book. At the very back, it shows that there's going to be a Papercut Art Christmas. He's going to be making changes to the book. So here is my page here. I did not color the border. I left that blank, but I did color everything else. I did my best that I could with my Towel Tree markers. He kind of looks like he has webbed hands. I'm not a fan of the bleeding, but I am a huge fan of how it looks. I really like how it kind of pops off the page. Sachin did send me, if you haven't seen it, he did send me a sample image. This is another image from his book with the black outlines. A little bit hard to see maybe from that far, but he did add the black outlines back in. My suggestion was add the black lines back in and make the shadows darker, because then I think it'll still give it some serious dimension. I love the grayscaling in this book, but I think it needs to be darker, because when you use darker colors, you can't see it through the darker colors. So he's taking those suggestions, and the suggestions, I think he had people kind of vote and things like that. And so while he really likes this look, he understands that, you know, the consumer is going to be the ones who purchase the book. So I'll be very curious to see the next edition and to see it come out, and we'll see how people like it a little bit more. Stained Glass Christmas Color by Number. This is a just amazing series by Sachin. I'm sure this will get some love for me around Christmas. Lots of buddy color requests from this book for sure. I did the Three Wise Men here, and I think it's stunning. I absolutely love how it turned out. For these books, I kind of do this outlining method where I use alcohol marker to outline, or you can use water-based marker. It doesn't really matter. And then I color it in with crayon. What I actually did was I took this book downstairs and was watching the Astros. There's probably the outcome for the Astros by the time that I post this, but right now it is 3-2, I think. 3-2, Braves are winning, and so we're hoping that the Astros pull through. But I used Prismacolor instead of my crayons, because my crayons are a little harder to carry downstairs, and the Prismacolors were way too heavily pigmented, and so you couldn't really see the outlining. So what I actually did was I took my electric eraser and I just erased all of the Prismacolor, and then it gave it, because the Prismacolors are so pigmented, and it had kind of stained the paper, so still gave it a really nice look. So pretty much all the backgrounds, all of this, all the border, and then this Wise Men were done in Prismacolor, but I erased it all, and then the rest were done, these two Wise Men, and some components of the border were done in crayon. I don't think you can tell. I think it looks really nice, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Day Patterns Color by Number by Sunlife Drawing. Absolutely adore this book. I think this is a really good one. I did this one in just alcohol marker. I think this is so nice because it is so different. I mean, it's a standard pattern book, but all of the patterns are very different and unique, and they use a lot of very different components of their color palette, with varying arrays of different colors to use in the pattern, and nice bold black lines. This is a really, really nice one. If you have not seen this book, this is a perfect one to add to your Christmas wish list. You know, and to get, because you can color out of these books. I mean, you can color out any book year round, but this is a good one kind of, you know, just to pick up and do something fun and relaxing. Halloween Spooks, cross-stitch style adult coloring book, but this is by Alice Mills Publishing. Absolutely adore her books. It's on that premium Amazon paper. I've done a few in here, but I did this one. October 31st is when I actually finished it. And let me turn off my light here so you can see it just a little bit better. I did this mummy guy, and it's got a couple of, not tombstones, caskets in the background. So this one is also just very, very fun and relaxing. I like the variety of images in here, and this Halloween Spooks one is definitely one of my absolute favorites. I think she did a great job, or he or whoever's with Alice Mills Publishing did a great job on that book. This one as well, I absolutely adore. This is Circulism Art Books, Color by Number. This is Christmas Owls by Eclipse. I think Snow was really the big creator of this book, I believe. And I did this one here with this owl. This is a buff-fronted owl. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I did it primarily for the penguin that was here, was the reason that I chose this particular page to do. And I love how colorful the owl is. I love the little reindeer, the lights, the presents, just lots of really beautiful detail on the page, and the images in here are stunning. She really did a phenomenal job. This is definitely one that I want to pick up again before Christmas, and color again, because I just think this one is so well done. They have been pumping out the books. I feel like we didn't hear from them for a while, and then I know there's a new dog book that's out right now. Who their son, I think, did the colors on the front cover. Lots and lots of really, really cool books coming out from them. So if you're not familiar with the Circulism Art Books and Eclipse, they're definitely a publisher to go check out, because they have some really, really cool books. Next, I did a page from Stylish Animals by Belba Family. It's another kind of small 3x3. I did this cute penguin. I had to. I love penguins. I thought this was just so funny. This book has a nice just sense of humor to it, and it's real cute, real fun, and really, really great idea by the Belba family. Next was Shershneva, Color by Colors, Pattern Animals. Absolutely adore this book as well. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Absolutely adore this book as well. This one is got some beautiful animal drawings on here. I did this beautiful giraffe. This again is on that premium Amazon paper, really, really smooth and nice. I like to use my Copic markers in here. I think it just creates a real nice, smooth, beautiful picture. So yeah, great job by Kira on this book. And then I think she's coming out with her I think it's winter book, just came out. So super excited about that too. The Color by Color series is by far one of my absolute favorites. That was it for my color by number. Now we're going to go on to non-color by number. So this very first one that I have is Chibi Girls coloring book, and this one was a buddy color with @StephLouiseArgyle on Instagram. I believe she has a YouTube as well. And we did this one. This one was a buddy color that I had committed to in September, and I really wanted to do it. And so I did this one here. I used, what did I use on this? I think same thing, alcohol marker, crayon, I can see. And then it looks like I used some glitter gel pen for details on her little leggings and around her skirt, and in her eyes. And then I think these are pan pastels I used in the backgrounds. I absolutely love the color palette. Oh yeah, and I even used some glitter gel pen on the stars. I absolutely love the color palette. I love how it turned out. I love kind of her fiery red hair. I looked up witches online, and I saw this a similar color palette And I saw the red hair and I was like, oh, I've definitely got to do that. And I just absolutely adore how it turned out. I think this looks great. It was perfect for Halloween. And I was really happy to get a page out of this book because I really, really adore this book. Next is another image from Cute and Spooky Coloring Book by Jade Summer. I think by far probably one of the most popular Halloween coloring books, and I did this one. This was a group buddy color with Danielle, Danny Buttons, and I did this page here. She had done the couch, and so I did all the same things I normally do. It looks like crayon, alcohol marker. I did a whole bunch of gel pen on the eyes. I did some blending with gel pen on the eyes, white gel pen, and pan pastels or palette pastels in the backgrounds. And I think that turned out so cute. Oh, I think I did use on the tongue and on the teeth. I think I also used Jelly Roll Glaze, I think. Yeah. Jelly Roll Glaze on that. The palette pastels are rubbing off on my fingers. I don't fix my pages, and so therefore they do have a tendency to rub off. So just be careful of that if you don't use a fixative on your pages. But yeah, I love how this turned out. I love the color palette of this. I did take my colorless blender to go over the sofa cushions and stuff to kind of give it kind of a more worn look to it, and I think it just turned out fantastic. So really, really happy with that. That is Cute and Spooky Coloring Book by Jade Summer. Fantastic, fantastic book. And I hope that this artist, Alexandria Franzese, comes out with more books like this. Fantastic illustrator. I Belong to Jesus. This was the newest inspirational coloring book released by Sally Berry. And I did a page in here. And this one was just with white gel pen and alcohol marker. I kept this just super, super simple. This again was just kind of a color and relax type book for me. And I love the inspirational quote books that they do. They've got nice black bold lines. This has a lot of scripture obviously in it, and really, really nice. Really nice book. I'm happy that I have that in my collection. And then last but certainly not least is Kameliya Angelkova 50 Halloween Miniatures. If you saw my flip and review, did I do a flip and review? I did not do a flip and review, but if you saw my haul video, you will have seen my feelings about this book as well. I'm going to be doing some more coloring out of it and kind of see if I kind of warm up to it a little bit, but this one's probably not as much of a favorite for me. I struggle with the black backgrounds. I like to do the backgrounds on the book, so this one was a little bit different for me. But I do like how this image turned out. I just did the kind of the title page here. I didn't put my name in, which I don't know why I did that, but I don't have my name in here, so I will go back and add my name in the front here. But yeah, lots and lots of fun glitter on this page. I used the glitter really to outline the trees. I had seen, I think, Danielle do that in another part of the book, and I was like, oh, that's nice, because I felt like, oh my gosh, I picked out way too dark of a black and it wasn't really kind of like popping off the page. And so, but when you outline it in glitter, it definitely gives it some dimension. So I thought that was a really nice and smart idea. So yeah, so I did this one. So there will be more from this book out of me this next month. But other than that, that is what I have for you for completed pages. So like I said, November should be a better month for me. It's already November 1st when I am filming this, and I am actually off from work today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I took some much needed time off after being just so busy with work to just relax. I'm going for a massage. My husband and I are going out to lunch today. And so just to kind of like relax, reset my mind, do some coloring if I want to do some coloring, or just sleep in, or whatever it is I want to do. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. If you haven't considered it already, I think one of the best decisions that I have ever made is to give myself at least one kind of what I call mental health day from work a month. Just one day that I schedule during the week that I plan on doing absolutely nothing, only just what I feel like doing in that day. I feel like it definitely helps me as a mom working full time. Things can definitely be stressful, and that is where where we are, and it's not necessarily bad stress, it's good stress, good things and positive things happening in my life. But at the same time, it's so important that we do self-care and that we recognize when we start to feel overwhelmed or tired. I'm just really excited that I get some time off this week. So I'm going to relax. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.